everybody, it's Carrie. Welcome to my channel and to another video. Our tutorial today, I will be using some of the beads that I got from Pandahall. They did send me some of these. I did get to pick them out. So we are going to work with some of the glass rondelles that I picked out. I'm not sure which colors I'm going to use just yet, but I do have all of them laid out. I am going to use some of these acrylic butterflies and then one of the little heart crystals. So if you're interested in any of these items, I will leave them linked down below in the description, as well as a coupon code for Pandahall. So aside from the beads that I got from Pandahall, what you're going to need is a metal ring. This is just a old bangle bracelet that I had. I'm going to use that. Going to need a length of chain depending on how long you want your Suncatcher to be. I have some split rings in different sizes as well as some jump rings. Going to need some 24 gauge wire, and then I have some head pins and eye pins. Okay, so we're going to scoot all these to the side. You do want the clear or the transparent rondelles. That way the sun reflects through them. So I do want to use some clear ones. And just lay out your design. So just decide what colors you want to use. This one has these pretty little green ones in here. And I think I'm going to go with these pink ones also. Do pink and green. And you can use as many beads as you'd like. Okay, so I think that I'm gonna go with that right there. What are you doing? Excuse me. Hi. Can I help you? Let me see. No. Ugh. Okay, so baby kitty knocked some of my beads around, so I had to find them. So my design might be a little bit different right now, but so I'm going with the clear, green, pink, and just alternating them around. So I have my length of 24 gauge wire. I did cut 60 inches. We're just going to straighten it out a little bit, and here is Diesel trying to get my wire. So we're going to take our metal round. So right where the weld is for the metal round or angle, I'm going to wrap my wire. Squeeze your wire together so you have your wraps. Okay, so that is what we got. I do have a long piece of wire. It does make it a little bit harder, but it is easier to have the longer length and to wrap it all at once than it is to cut and restart your wire. I'm going to add on one bead, bring it all the way down. Okay, you. No wire for you. Okay, so we're gonna kind of just bend our wire a little bit so that our bead will sit on the top of your round, like so. And then my wire is coming from the back and out. So we're going to go with the natural coil of the wire. So we're going to go to the front. And then we are going to wrap. How many wraps you want is up to you. I think I'm going to do about 3, so I have 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to bring my wire up like so. Then I'm going to cut this tail off over here because we don't need it anymore. I'm going to take my pliers And just bend that wire and squeeze it so that it is not poking out. Okay, so that's what we got. We're going to do another one. Kitty hair on my mat. Okay, so I'm going to pick up our green one. Bring it all the way down. I'm going to do the same thing and give a little bend. So that it lays, the side of it just lays on the top of your metal round, and we're going to wrap. This does take a little while. And one more. And we got our 3 loops. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap all of these. Okay, so it's been a couple days since I've started my Suncatcher. Been a little bit busy, but apparently at some point I deleted some of my video that I did, so I've got my hoop all beaded, wire wrapped with my beads. I made a few just little beaded sections with some of the beads, and then I attached the butterfly, and then I just attached the butterfly right to the beaded section, but then to attach the heart I did use a split ring because of the way the hole was in there. My jump ring didn't work, so I went ahead and used a split ring. So I've got those. I'm going to lay out my design of where I want these, and then these are going to go on the top. Okay, so I'm going to take one of my jump rings. We're going to open that up. I want to open it a little bit wider to get it excuse me, to get it around the beads. And you're going to close it up. Which can be a little tricky because you're working in between those wraps and the beads. But just, oh, see, go slowly. Where'd my pieces go? Okay, let's try this again. Okay, make sure it's all good and closed. Okay, so I'm going to take another jump ring. Open that up, and we're going to attach our butterfly in the middle. Make sure you're in the middle of the top between your beads. I'm actually going to cut a piece of chain before I do that. Okay, I'm just going to cut about 2 inches off of that. Okay, so we're going to take our jump ring and our little butterfly dangle. Add that onto our hoop. Then I'm going to take my piece of chain and add that onto the jump ring as well. And then we're going to close that up. Make sure you've got it good and closed. Okay. Grab hold of that chain. Okay, so now that I got that piece of chain on there, going to add on our other little beaded sections. So you're going to take one of these open up one of the ends. Add that onto my chain. Close it up. Make sure I'm in frame. Okay, so now I'm going to take another piece of chain. I do want this one smaller, so I think I'm only going to cut an inch off of this one. And I'm going to add that onto this beaded section. Close it up. Then I'm going to add this one onto that piece of chain. And close that up. So right now my Suncatcher is 10 inches long. I will cut 3 inches more. And then I'm going to add that onto this beaded section. And depending on how long you want yours to hang, you will cut your chain to whatever length you want. Make sure that's good and closed. Okay, now we're going to add on our split ring. Okay, so I did add one more jump ring down here. I wanted the little dangle to be a little bit longer, so I did add a jump ring. So now we're going to add on our slip ring. This one's kind of a little bent. Okay, so we've got that on. That's how we're gonna hang it. So there is our cute little Suncatcher. Okay, so remember I will leave the links for all these beads that I used from Pandahall down below in the description, along with a coupon code. If you enjoyed my video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel for more videos. Thanks for watching and have a great day.